Hey, welcome back to Music Man's Garage. When I dropped my car off 2 weeks ago, we had 407 horsepower and 430 foot-pound of torque to the back wheel. In this video, we are going to take a quick walk through the shop, and then Shawn's going to explain to us everything that he did to the motor on my car. And then after that, we're going to do a cold start, and then he will put it back on the dyno and find out what the final numbers are. So you are not going to want to miss this video.
All right, morning, Corbin.
Morning. How
you
are
ready
you?
to see this thing? I'm good.
I am, man. I've been waiting for 2 weeks, for actually a lot longer than that.
Yeah. Gosh, when's the first time we talked? Maybe 2 months ago, roughly, when you came in for the first time?
Yeah, I think January, something like that. Yeah. So
okay.
I'm
good.
ready.
Let's head on out. Last time you were here, Alex wasn't here, so I can introduce you to Alex real quick.
Okay.
So this is my son Alex, also my employee.
Hey.
He's worked for me for 2 years. He can do cam installs on any 1998 newer GM. He's a pro at Corvettes, Camaros, everything.
Sweet.
So he's doing a torque converter upgrade on this car today. It's a car we built about 4 years ago.
Cool.
And just putting a triple disc converter in it.
Yeah, awesome.
So your car is right here.
All right.
And I'm excited. I'm excited to show you everything under the hood. You pick out some really nice parts.
I'm ready. Cool.
So there it is, quite a bit different than before.
Yeah.
I'm really happy you went with the MSD intake. A lot of these we do LT2 and it works really well, but I think this makes a little more power, and just the way it looks when you open the hood, you see it right off the bat.
Absolutely.
And like you already had the Rotofab intake when it came in. We added the Mighty Mouse catch can. Best you can buy. They're all billet, nice drains, nice brackets. This is your flex fuel sensor. So we use DSX flex fuel sensor with the upgraded PTFE line. So that measures E85, so you can run pump gas. You can run 93, E85, or any combination of the two.
Yeah.
It's got a 174 degree low temp thermostat in it. The cylinder heads we sent out to Lingenfelder. They CNC ported the heads, did a performance 3-angle valve job, milled the heads 10/1000ths, and then we reinstalled those with ARP hardware.
Right.
You've got the BTR V220 cam, and that cam, we use it in a lot of cars because it's so good.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing, it makes good power, it drives good. It's like the perfect cam for a guy that wants to do drag racing, cone racing, drive to California. It just does everything.
That's what I was looking for. So.
Yep, it's perfect. We've got the 95 millimeter DSX throttle body, Cook's headers. We also went with high flow cats on this car. Some guys, with a full race car, they don't want cats.
Right.
For your situation where we don't want the fuel smell at idle, we want to pass emissions. High flow cats are good. You might lose 2 or 3 horsepower. Yeah. It's a good trade-off for what you wanted on your car.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then of course with the cam, it gets the BTR double valve springs with titanium retainers, hardened push rods, and then we also do the trunnion upgrade on the rocker arms so we don't have a bearing failure on the rocker arms.
Okay. So I have a question.
Sure.
Can you explain what BTR stands for?
Yep, that's Brian Tooley Racing.
Brian Tooley.
And Brian Tooley has been in the cam and cylinder head game for probably longer than I've been alive. He is, in my opinion, the best. Their valve train stability, they use a Spintron to design everything. Their cam cores are the best.
Okay.
We strictly use BTR.
Yeah.
Because I know the outcome is going to be perfect.
Okay, so again, can you tell me what BTR products are in this motor? Like the cam and what else?
Yeah, so your camshaft, your valve springs, retainers, the hardened push rods, the trunnion upgrade kit on the rocker arms.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of BTR on
mainly BTR. Yeah. It's their MLS head gaskets, their MLS exhaust gaskets. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of it's BTR. Anything I can get through them, I do.
I have a feeling they're gonna love watching my video because they have a lot of BTR in this car. So.
They will. They will. And it's nice to be able to have someone show before and after results.
Yeah. So yeah, this is incredible. Is there anything else that?
Let's see. So we did do. We replaced one of your vents with the gauge that gives you. It actually can read out any PID that's in the car. So RPM, E85 content, and there's 2 buttons. It's really easy to use. But it'll read out anything you want, and it's just nice to have, especially if you're considering running E. Yeah. You could fill it up and know, we're at 50%, we're at 85%.
Yeah.
So nice little gauge to have.
That's definitely something that I wanted to make sure I had, because I have seen those in other videos from other builders. So
right.
Now, can we just go ahead and go right straight to the next 2 things that we're going to do? Is you're going to give me a cold start.
Yep.
I'm excited about that.
Yep. Sorry, this is it's a working shop, so we didn't stop anything for videoing. We we got to keep rolling. Right. So so what I'm going to do is open up the door.
Okay.
And I'm going to cold start it. We're going to let it run for about a minute or so.
All right.
And then I'm going to back it out and we'll let it warm up outside.
Put it outside.
Yep.
Cool. I'm excited. This ought to be awesome.
You ready?
Yeah.
It'll drop down to base idle and start chopping it. Yep. Okay.
Wow. That's completely different than, when you listen to someone else's car, you hear yours fire up like that. That's crazy, dude.
Now this is cool. Stand behind it, and I'm going to close the exhaust and watch how big of a difference it makes.
Yeah, I really want to find that out. So
yeah.
Now it's going to close the exhaust. Oh yeah. I can sneak down my alley like that.
So I'm going to make it one adjustment. That was about 21 degrees of ignition timing. These cars usually like 20 to 24. I'm going to add 1 degree of timing, make another pull, see if we have a gain.
Okay. I wonder why you shut it off. Like you have to do that to
do
update
the upload.
computer?
Yep. The 1 degree of timing added 3 rear wheel horsepower.
Okay.
2 to 3.
Right.
I'm good with that gain. We're gonna leave it there. That put us at 22 degrees of ignition timing. But that's not a huge gain, so I know we're up at the upper limit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave that there. What I'm doing now, when I do a dyno pull, I crank the cooling fans up all the way.
Yeah.
I'm uploading a tune that puts those back where they should be.
I see.
That way you're not driving down the road and it's 70 degrees engine temp with the fans turned up all the way.
Right.
So I'm uploading that. We'll take this off the dyno,
Okay.
and then we'll sit down and I'll show you before and after graph, and then we'll discuss the 85.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna email to you. So this is our before and after.
Yeah.
The dotted line, dotted lines are before,
Yeah.
solid lines are after. So, you know, even though we added all that power up top, at 3,500 we lost nothing, which is really awesome. That just shows how good that cam is. On these cars, I always pick up at least 20 switching to full E85 at the rear tires.
At least
20, let's say 18 to 25. That way I don't get myself into a...
Yeah.
But I would really expect to see 540 on full E85.
Yeah.
Which through an automatic transmission car with that V220 cam, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm like I told you before, when I changed my mind and said I don't want E85, I'm happy with 520.
Right.
Like, I am not unhappy with 520 at all.
Yeah.
And like we talked about when I dropped it off, you know what? It's $500. Throw it back.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like
Now
if
you
I
have
don't
it.
ever run E85, at least my car's set up for it.
Also, the other advantage is that gasoline nowadays in the pump could be anywhere from pure gasoline all the way up to about 12% ethanol when you buy it out of a 93 octane pump.
Right.
So with the flex fuel sensor, it's going to measure that, and it's going to always keep your tune perfect. So even if you only ever run 93, it's going to be the perfect air fuel ratio.
Yeah. Ready? I'm a little nervous. Oh yeah. You can definitely feel it.
Uh-huh. So most people drive in sport mode with this cam. The shift points seem to be about right in sport mode.
You know what? I drive all the time in sport mode. My car stays in sport mode.
Perfect.
Dismiss.
It'll shut off. Let's just drive and that stuff will all shut off. So you'll notice a little bit of the cam, and then when we get going probably 5 or 10 mile an hour, it'll smooth out and go away. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, 5. That's exactly where it went.
Yep.
Went away.
And then when the motor's cold, you'll feel it more. But as soon as they get warm, good. So the first one shut off. There's the next one. So we're good to go.
So where's the best way to go?
We'll just take a right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna take a big loop around the block.
Okay.
Yep.
Country roads then.
Yep. Throttle pedal should be more sensitive than it used to be.
A little bit.
Yep.
Dang, dude.
But it
I
basically
go 40 mile an hour and I can tell a difference. Shit. But
that's all.
Nice.
So it really starts about 4,500 is when it really will start to pull.
90. Wow. Love it. Get the paddle shifters going. We're going to do second gear.
All right. I can tell you're not flooring it all the way.
No, I'm not. I don't want to
We'll
be
turn right here.
I don't want to be a Mustang in the ditch. I wonder if I'm supposed to edit those bad words out. You make me cuss.
Now watch this. I'm gonna try to put it into touring once. I want you to see how quiet it is in here in touring. There you go. Give that a second to close. There it goes.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. That's why I insisted on keeping the MPP.
Yeah.
You know, like, it just doesn't make any sense why somebody would have that on their car and not keep it. That'll take me a minute to get used to the lunge.
The what?
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Dude, thank you.
I appreciate it.
I know you talked to a lot of people. I'm happy that you chose us to do it.
Yeah, and you know, this is more like a stage 2, right?
Yeah, I mean, so the cam, if you were to call it a stage, it would be a stage 2 cam.
Yeah.
BTR has like 3 or 4 different cams for these motors.
Yeah.
But I mean, you also have ported heads, and a lot of guys don't go that far. A lot of guys will do this cam, stock heads, stock intake, or an LT2. And if you're gonna name it a stage, I'd say probably a stage 3 if you were to look at the full package.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So maybe in between stage 2 and stage 3.
I'd say it's 3.
How did you get the name Bumper Wilson too?
All right.
Could you tell us that real quick?
I used to have a 4th gen Camaro that I raced for a year, let's say a year, all motor, naturally aspirated.
Okay.
And I put my first turbo kit on, the first one I'd ever built. And the very first pass, it was really a mistake. I should have adjusted suspension, tightened up shocks, did some things because the power was double what I had before.
Yeah.
I didn't do that, and when I let go of the trans brake button, the thing stood up on its bumper and did a wheelie down Muncie Dragway.
Okay.
My friend Nick Taylor always called that a Bumper Wilson. So he posted the video of that car on some kind of thing that he had, and he put on there Bumper Wilson.
Yeah.
And then that name just stuck.